Alright guys, so today is the day I go and get my relaxer, like finally. One thing I have to say before we do this, because I know we're going to get a lot of comments about it, because our very first relaxer routine we did, there were a lot of comments about that. Oh, I don't see any new growth. Why is she going so far down her hair? I have a lot of new growth. My hair just looks straight. Like, I can even feel the new growth in the back. You guys have seen that infamous picture I'll put right here. But yeah, we have a lot of new growth. The thing is though, our hair just looks straight because we're really good at keeping it straight for a long time, and Lisa's very good at deep conditions because that's what we do. We keep up with our deep conditions and flat iron, and that just keeps our hair. So when you deep condition and then seal it in with that heat, we're really good at keeping it straight for a full-on month. So yeah, so if you happen to see her going further down my hair, like maybe like here, just know that she knows where the line of demarcation is. She knows our hair. She's been doing it for the past 7 years. So she knows that we've been stretching, and she's just trying to get all the hair that hasn't been relaxed yet. I'm so excited. So we're gonna do this thing. I need to find my Vaseline. I think it's somewhere in the car. So I'm gonna do my full-on day of before relaxer routine. I actually did a video on that about what we do before our relaxer routine, like a month leading up to it, just so that the relaxer day won't be a mess. So go check that video out. It's up here. All right, so I'm in my room, and what I'm gonna do before we go, I'm just gonna kind of go through my hair with a wide tooth comb to make sure there are no tangles. And then I'm gonna put vitamin E oil. If you guys saw our last video, we're trying to figure out what do people use. Do people put anything on their ends just so any relaxer runoff won't get to your ends of already relaxed hair and damage it or whatever? I've never done it before, but I actually want to try it this time. So some people use olive oil. I'm actually going to use vitamin E oil on my ends. And yeah, so just in case like the relaxer gets to it, it'll be okay. And then I'll put Vaseline all on my edge line, on the back, on my ears. And then when I get to the salon, I'll do a touch up because I have Vaseline in the car and in here as well. So I'm just gonna start that right now. And yeah. Erica will be filming me. I will be behind the camera. And we got our shirts. Promotion, yeah, our shirts. We made these a while ago. They're on the shelf, the Teespring shelf, which is above. It's like a merch shelf, which is below this video, like above the description bar. So check that out. I also have a link in the description bar. But yeah, what is it? A healthy crown is a beautiful crown, whether you're natural or relaxed. So there we go. Yeah, I try to have like long sleeve shirts and mugs and stuff, so it's not just a short sleeve. So I'll keep more. But yeah, check it out if you want to support us. You know what to do. Okay guys, so it's no surprise we are using MIZANI Relaxer in medium. It's been our go-to for the past 3 years, and our hair responds really well to it. Also, what you guys are about to see is some intense Vaseline prep on my hair. Like Lisa literally puts my little routine to shame. But yeah, you notice she's packing it in on my scalp. And what this does is protects the skin on my scalp so that if and when the relaxer comes in contact with my scalp, it won't burn. And it's also one of the ways to prevent relaxer burns. So before you even start putting a relaxer in, just spend the extra 10-15 minutes covering as much of your scalp or your skin or anywhere that the relaxer can touch. Just spend more time, you know, making sure that's covered. Okay, so it's relaxer go time. So you'll probably notice that Lisa is going to do about 3 rounds of relaxer application on me. This is the first round, and you're going to have to do this, especially for me, in order for it to process properly, because I like to get mine bone straight, and this is just the best way to get the best results. Now in this first round, she's applying the relaxer, and 2 things I want you to notice. The first is that she's applying the relaxer 1/4 of an inch from my scalp. The reason being is this: I have a lot of hair to get through, and when you first apply relaxer, you don't want it sitting on your scalp first thing while you have to get through the rest of your hair and the next couple of rounds. Yeah, so that's when your scalp starts burning. You got to go to the sink, you got to wash it out, and now you have hair that wasn't processed fully, relaxer that didn't take, And the second thing to notice is that she's extending the relaxer further down because, like I mentioned earlier, because I stretched for so long, my new growth is more than likely at that point. Plus, she goes a little past it for a good blend at the line of demarcation. Other than that, the relaxer doesn't really go on already relaxed hair like my ends. It's just the new growth. Okay, so here's the second round of application. She's now applying it 1/8 of an inch from my scalp, so she's getting closer to the root than the last round. The first round is already setting in, so now this second round we start again, but just closer. And she goes around my whole head doing the exact same thing. Okay, so here's the third round. This is the last round, and this is where it's time to pack it in, literally. This round, it's okay to touch the scalp because we're going to the sink to wash it out soon after this anyway. And I know it seems like she's putting a lot up there, but you kind of have to heavily saturate it so that the relaxer can penetrate all the way through. Now you can see why we don't start off like this on our scalp, because you have to build up to this point, so you don't want to do that and then end up destroying your hair. So always build up to this point, never start off with it packed in. And another thing you can notice that she's doing this round, she's using the brush to apply the relaxer, obviously, but you can also see that she's using a rat tail comb as well. And if you notice, the comb never touches my scalp. The comb is there to create that tension, and that tension is what she's using to smooth the relaxer into that new growth. She's also using that comb to smooth the relaxer down the length of my hair, breaking it down, doing a nice blend of the relaxed and previously relaxed hair, just bringing those two textures together to eventually become one. But you see, those ends are still untouched. So it's time to wash it out, and you guys, there was no burning whatsoever, but I was ready to feel the water just rinse it out. That feels so good. She used warm water to rinse, and as she got close to my edges, she used less pressure and cooler water to rinse it out because our edges are softer and sensitive areas. And after rinsing out the relaxer, it's time for a neutralizing shampoo. I'm using the MIZANI Formula 7 one. And this is the most important step. A lot of people skip this step and wonder why their hair falls out after the relaxer. But after any chemical service like a relaxer, it takes your hair's pH balance to like an 11 or 12, which is a high level that makes your hair hard and brittle. And after rinsing the relaxer out, you need a neutralizing shampoo to just kind of bring your hair back to a pH of 7, which is where your hair should be. So yes, you have to use a neutralizing shampoo. It's not an option. And the next step is a deep condition, my favorite step, and it's another important step after any relaxer service. Lisa is using the MIZANI True Textures Moisture Replenish Conditioner, and it smells amazing. So we're just going to let that sit in my hair under a shower cap and dryer for about 10-15 minutes to just really lock in that moisture. By the way, Lisa's got quite the MIZANI collection. I can't wait to try these products out. Anything that we've used, we'll have everything listed below so you guys can see it. So it's time to rinse out that deep conditioner that you guys saw me sitting in the dryer for. And now it's time for detangling. And Lisa's using MIZANI's 25 Miracle Milk leave-in conditioner. It just works to prep your hair for easy detangling while still providing moisture and protects your hair from any heat styling. I mean, look how easy that detangling is. The brush just glides right through. I mean, at this point, blow drying is such a breeze. Pun intended, maybe, maybe not. But it's just so effortless at this point.
And of course, the flat iron is next. Lisa's using MIZANI's 25 nourishing oil just for that extra protection for heat and extra nourishment. She's using the CROC flat iron. I'll have that listed below, and that's on 380 degrees. But she doesn't even have to do as many passes because my hair was already so straight from blow drying. It's just so easy at this point. But we are all done. Well, sort of. She's got to trim my ends. I don't know when the last time I had a trim, but it was much needed. So thank you, Lisa, for noticing that and getting my ends in shape. But yeah, that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe below for more salon videos. We really appreciate the support and everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.